how's the team coming together? With all the new
I
faces?
think the team's coming together fine. I mean, every day we're in practice. I think we're getting closer every day. We practice together, and the competition level is high. So I think we're coming together, as a normal team should.
Ithiel, Jeff was telling us that your confidence is much higher this year, especially he said over the last 2-3 weeks.
Yes,
What's been different for you to get your confidence there?
Just trusting my work.
Mo, in the time that you've gotten to Pitt, I mean, I was curious what the biggest areas of focus have been for you. Like, how have you been allowed, I guess, to play differently than you had previously at Stony Brook, and what sort of role had the coaches taught you about playing?
I mean, overall, I've just been kind of focusing on just completing my game, I mean, I feel like I've always been capable of doing a lot of things on the floor, on the defensive end and on the offensive end. So, being here, they just kept pushing me, they kept telling me, like, be confident, like he said, it's just been work, just trusting in my work, and, that's really it.
I think one of the biggest things that I noticed was, I think last year at Stony Brook, I saw you average like 1.4 3-point attempts per game. Obviously, tonight you had 4 and you looked good doing it. How much have you been working on that, and how much is that a part of your game that just hasn't been as evident in previous seasons?
I mean, it's a big part of my game, because I have a lot of those opportunities on the floor, and I feel like my reputation is known to be like a slasher, so I have to make defenders play honest defense by knocking down threes, and that way if they hard close out, then I'll have to be able to slash. But, it's just part of just completing my game, I feel like that's an area that I really focus on since getting here, and, my confidence just gone up.
Well, what's it like to be on the court with John at the same time? What advantage does that give you to have him for defense, not to worry about him down low, or offense?
I mean, it sets up what he just talked about, open threes, because my defender is singing down, all of us really, because John is such a threat down there, if he don't score it, it's a foul, so teams know he's a threat down there. He's looking to always pass it to open guys, so it just frees up all of us on the perimeter,
What do you two think was the difference for y'all in those final 12 minutes, or this period when you really pulled away? They cut it to 8. What seemed to change for you guys, or what did you do differently that kind of created that deficit?
I think our energy level spiked. We noticed that the first 4 minutes of the game, our energy was high and our talk was high, and our defense. I think our defense is what allowed us to separate from Gannon, because there was a brief time period where they came down hitting threes, and we weren't getting a lot of stops. We weren't talking. Nobody was. We just kind of played defense. That's what helped us.
Jeff was telling us how Femi's part of the energy boost for you guys at times. What do you guys see out of Femi as both a player on the court but also a leader? You said he's also a funny guy. What kind of stuff does he makes him a likable guy for you?
It's impressive because it's only a sophomore, and technically this would be his first year since last year was COVID. But I could see him being a team captain, if I'm being honest. He's really vocal. He is a funny guy that jokes at the team that just makes everybody laugh, But he really looks out for everybody, make sure everyone's morale is high. He's looking out for everybody, so he's stepped up. I mean, I wasn't here last year, so I don't know how it was, but in terms of being a leader, he's one of our biggest leaders.
Yeah, and on top of that, I mean, like you said, he's a sophomore, so technically kind of this will be his first year, and he's shouldering a lot of responsibility. The coaches are looking to him to be a leader, to talk, to be that kind of guy that pulls the team together, and he's handling it very well. I think joking is probably one of his coping mechanisms for the lot of responsibility he has, but. Nah, he's definitely coming along.
Is he more like a prankster or just says funny comments here?
He could be whatever.
Yeah.
He could be whatever he wakes up feeling and whatever he thinks, he could be anything there.
Any press conference appropriate jokes y'all can share?
Definitely.
Yeah.
He's just really it's stuff you wouldn't really think of. He's just so in the moment. He's just so it's just Femi.
Yeah. I think before the game, everybody was so nervous and kind of tensed up, but he just he just knows how to
ease everybody.
Yeah, he knows what to say.
Yeah.
Get everybody laughing and get everybody loose.
If your coach Cable was talking about how he trusts you a lot, there's a lot of confidence in your shot. How does that help your mindset as you're playing the game, getting in the flow of the game, be able to take shots and not know the coach as your back?
Yeah, I guess it frees my mind out of some bondage, especially when I go out there and if I miss a couple, I know that he's not gonna pull the leash on me. You know what I'm saying? I think the best defense isn't defense played by the other team. The best defense is when your coach plays defense on you. So the fact that he's instilling me with a lot of trust to shoot the ball, and I know I can shoot the ball at a very high clip. It just kind of adds to my confidence. Fuels my confidence.
I'm sorry, Jim.
How do you view the value of having this game tonight, playing in a week, just to have that opportunity to get out with all the new guys in a game setting?
I value it. I mean, just to be in a game setting, I think is a blessing, for every one of us, and we cherish these moments to play every day. So we're just going to continue to build on from here. But the real work starts now. We got the Citadel on the night, and a good basketball team. So we're going to get our minds back locked in and geared up and ready to beat them.
Ithiel, you're one of the guys that can't come over from last year. You were a sharpshooter for the team. You're talking about all the things you got to focus on yourself to be more confident. How do you take those lessons that you're working on for yourself and then try to help some of the younger guys like William Jeffers, guys that are trying to find their shot who haven't had the chance that you had?
Yeah, I mean, I can take most of the lessons that I learned and help them because I see them kind of like they're young guys. So what they're dealing with, I went through when I was their year and their age. So like whatever situation, I can't off the top of my head tell you exactly what lessons I can teach them. But when the situation arises, I know exactly what I can say to them to help them, to get their mind out of it because I've been through it before.
All right, any other questions, these two guys? Guys, how much more comfort and familiarity? I mean, this team with a lot of new players, Mo being one of them. How much more comfort and familiarity is there between guys than there was like for the first official practice back in late September?
It's like night and day, really. It's like first everyone was still trying to feel each other out. Everyone was trying to figure themselves out, really. Figure out what their games are. Trying to find their places on the floor, what works for them, what doesn't work for them, works for the team, what doesn't work for the team, and it's like, we still got ways to go to be where we want to be, but I feel like we've been stacking days and working hard, and it's just been starting to click, so I feel like it's going to be like that throughout the season, but it's only going to go up,
That's good.